Two different vaccines will be available, Pfizer and Moderna. Both are 95% effective. They both require 2 doses. Once you get the first dose, you need to stick with that brand for the second, but don't get rid of your masks.
We certainly hope that there'll be widespread adoption of the vaccine, but we're going to need to wait and see what percentage of the population takes the vaccine.
It's estimated that between 60 to 80% of the population needs to take the vaccine to achieve what's called herd immunity.
You will really crush the curve. We'll have it under control. We're not going to achieve that till late spring.
We asked, would you get the COVID vaccine? Susan says, yes, just like I got the polio vaccine, measles, chickenpox, this is how it works. Rick says, let's see the ingredients. Don't trust anyone. You can expect the first doses in Connecticut by December 14th. The rollout in phases. Healthcare workers, front of the line, simultaneously with nursing home residents and first responders. By January, a second phase, the shots made available to essential workers, group homes, and older adults and at-risk adults. Everyone else will have to wait until June. Fox 61 is committed to answering your questions. Nick asks, is it safe for people with pre-existing conditions and for those who take prescription medications?
Based on the participants enrolled in both Pfizer and Moderna trials, yes, folks with pre-existing conditions, folks above the age of 65, which would classify as higher risk, did receive the vaccine.
If your medication is an immunosuppressive medication like steroids, that can actually suppress your response to a vaccine. You might not have a very good immune response and it won't be effective. So we'd want to know that. But regular prescriptions that are not immunosuppressive, there's usually not any reason not to get vaccinated.
While Jim wants to know, do the people who've tested positive for COVID-19 need to get a vaccine, or are they presumed to be immune?
Right now, our intent is we will probably immunize you whether you were infected in the past or not, because we don't want you to be one of those people who, well, you're not immune anymore and you get it again. We wouldn't want that to happen. So right now, the assumption is we will immunize everyone moving ahead, whether you've had it or not. But let's see what the FDA says on that.